Have you ever found yourself looking into the face of someone you've known your entire life, and suddenly, you couldn't remember their name? It's not just awkward, it's terrifying, bone-chilling. It feels as if a part of your soul, your identity, has been erased, as if someone ripped a piece of your memory out and took it away forever. And the scariest part is you don't even notice when it begins. It's slow, sneaky. At first, you walk into a room and stop. Why did I come in here? You ask yourself. Then you start searching for your glasses, keys, or TV remote. You're sure you left them in the usual spot, but they're gone. Then comes the day you can't remember your grandchild's birthday. That moment isn't just troubling, it's a turning point. You start to realize this isn't just forgetfulness. It's a loss of connection. A connection to life, to your loved ones, to yourself. And what's truly heartbreaking, most people ignore these first signs. It's just age, they say. That's normal. But it's not. And more importantly, it's not inevitable. Because there are simple, scientifically backed things you can start doing today, right now, to slow this process. To protect your memory, your mental clarity, and the inner energy that makes you, you. On the Health Wellness channel, we don't just share tips. We reveal forgotten, yet incredibly powerful methods. If you want to not only slow brain aging but shock your doctors with your cognitive clarity, watch this video until the end. What you learn today could completely change how you see aging. But first, let me tell you a story. A story of a regular person just like you or me who began doing just 2 simple things each day and saw results that amazed even his doctors. And then, we'll get into what may already be happening in your brain right now. Part 2. Memory doesn't disappear in an instant. It slips away like water through your fingers. Today, you forget your neighbor's name. Tomorrow, you can't remember the title of the book you just finished. The day after that, you find yourself staring at the stove, unsure if you turned the gas off. The causes may vary: stress, chronic fatigue, sleepless nights. But most often, it's something you don't feel, don't notice. Blood no longer flows to the brain as it once did. Neurons die. Connections break. The brain starves. And yet, you still tell yourself, it's just age. But imagine your brain as a delicate, complex system, like your heart, like your lungs. Now imagine that, every single day for years, you slowly disconnect it from oxygen, from nutrition, silently, gradually. This is why millions never reach the moment where they could have reversed the process. But one man refused to accept that. He didn't give up. He believed brain aging could not only be slowed, but stopped. His name was Alexander Alexandrovich Mikulin, and what he discovered could save your mind. Who was Mikulin, and why should everyone know his name? He was born at a time when medicine had only just begun to understand how the human brain worked. But Mikulin was ahead of his time. Not only was he a scientist, he was an inventor, an engineer, an aircraft designer, and a lifesaver. At the age of 50, doctors gave him a grim diagnosis: heart weakness, fatigue, memory decline. They told him he didn't have long to live. But instead of giving up, he searched. And he found. He developed a system of restoration that not only gave him a second life, it extended his years by decades. He lived to be 90, with a sharp mind, curiosity, and energy that many young people would envy. He once said a simple but chilling truth: a person doesn't grow old because they've lived many years. They grow old because they've stopped caring for their blood circulation and brain activity. Mikulin didn't believe in pills. He believed in consistent action, in the power of nature, in reason. Thanks to his method, thousands today are regaining memory, focus, and mental vitality, even in their 70s and 80s. So, what were these simple habits? First habit: a shock to the brain that actually heals. It may sound odd, but Mikulin called it the gravitational pulse. All you have to do is rise up on your toes and drop down sharply onto your heels. That's it. No gym, no pills, no sweat. Just 30 seconds. Once in the morning, once at night. Why does it work? As we age, our blood stagnates, especially if we sit a lot. The brain receives less oxygen. Neurons start to starve. You begin to forget things, not because of age, but because your brain is literally suffocating. Michelin did this for 1 minute, twice a day. A 77-year-old woman in the US began doing it daily. After 2 weeks, she told her daughter, "It felt like a fog lifted. I remembered where I put my husband's old letters, the ones I couldn't find for 4 months." The key? Consistency, like brushing your teeth, like morning tea. Because every day without movement is a day your brain loses strength. Second habit, a plant that nourishes the brain. Michelin believed that movement alone wasn't enough. The brain needs to be fed, and the best fuel comes from nature. He specifically recommended ginseng, a natural adaptogen. It boosts blood flow to the brain, oxygenates brain cells, and enhances concentration. A man from Ohio, 74 years old, said his mind felt like it was always asleep. He began taking a tincture of ginseng, 20 drops twice a day before meals. After just 10 days, he was doing crossword puzzles again, and, for the first time in years, remembered his new neighbors' names. Important note: don't take ginseng at night, or if you have high blood pressure, and always take a break after 3 weeks to avoid adaptation. Third habit, a drink that revives memory. Michelin discovered a natural drink made of honey and celery that works like a brain booster. Honey is a powerful antioxidant. Celery helps restore neural pathways. Recipe: take a small celery root, about 4–6 inches. Chop finely. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey. Pour warm, not hot, water over it. Let it steep for 2 hours. Drink 1 glass per day. Marta, 80 years old, said, "I remembered the name of my 3rd grade teacher. My granddaughter was stunned. It felt like a light switched on in my head." Fourth habit, posture that protects the brain. Yes, posture. Because when you slouch, the blood vessels in your spine are compressed. Blood flow to the brain slows. Oxygen doesn't reach neurons. And you start to lose focus, clarity, memory. Michelin recommended simple but effective movements. Walking with a book on your head. Stretching your arms upward, hanging from a bar or doorway. Pull-up bar. A retired architect from Virginia began doing this for 3 weeks. He slept better, remembered math formulas he'd forgotten decades ago, and shocked his daughter. Dad talks clearer, forgets less. He's just himself again. Posture isn't just about your back. It's about your mind's future. Fifth habit, mental exercise to keep your brain alive. Michelin always said, "The brain is like a muscle. Stop using it, and it wastes away." After retirement, many people stop learning, stop reading, stop solving problems, and their mind dims, slowly but surely. Michelin did the opposite. He memorized poetry, solved logic puzzles, studied new languages. Even at 75, he could recite complex engineering designs he'd invented 50 years earlier. He recommended a simple exercise. Every evening, write down 5 new things you learned or did that day. A new word, a name, a fact, a recipe, a conversation. Linda, 82, from California, began doing this daily. Within a month, she finally started writing the first chapter of her autobiography, something she'd been putting off for 10 years. Now you know, memory can be restored. Memory isn't just a function of the brain, it's you. And when you lose it, you lose pieces of yourself, but you don't have to. You can stop it. 5 simple habits. 1. Gravitational pulse. 2. Adaptogens. Ginseng. 3. Honey and celery brain drink. 4. Good posture. 5. Daily brain training. Start with just 1. Today, right now, don't wait. Check how you're sitting. Try the toe heel movement. Make the drink. Write down 5 new things. If you've made it this far and this message resonates with you, type the number 2 in the comments. That's how I'll know you're with us. On the path to a sharp, vibrant, and active mind in your later years. If you found this video helpful and want to keep learning simple but powerful techniques to support your brain health, make sure to subscribe to the Health Wellness channel, give us a like, and click the notification bell so you never miss the next episode. Your brain deserves the best. Take care and see you in the next video.